Okay, so we want to do a warm up first of all. So I want you to think about your posture. So just tuck your pelvis under, okay, and just drop your shoulders down. So really kind of lift your head off your shoulders, and we'll start to do a shoulder circle. Now, as you're doing this, just draw your tummy in. Okay, it's not a very nice light, I think, to, you know, it doesn't allow me to hide anything, does it? And it's too warm to put a jumper on. Okay, let's do an elbow circle. So we're in spring now, moving in towards summer. Just think how fit you're going to be by the time we're allowed to show our bodies off, hey? Okay, big arm circle. And don't forget, for those of you who have never tried boot camp before, if you want to come along and try it, you can have a free session. One more of those. Okay, now relax your shoulders down, pull your chin in, and we'll drop ear to shoulder. Okay, other side. So when you've got your palms facing me, you open up your shoulders, don't you? Let's do one more each side. Alrighty, and then look over your shoulder. So a turn and turn. Let's do 4 more, and 3, and 2, and 1 more. Okay, and then just relax your shoulders. So go into your feet, we'll mobilise your ankles, just circle your ankle. How are we doing? Self-isolation, it's quite strange, isn't it? Let's do the opposite direction. If you need to hold on to something, then do that. Okay, point and flex. So very same warm up we always do. So you could be pottering sort of and doing the warm up, and then we'll do a side to side. All right. And then other foot. So you're just going to start with your ankle circle, draw your tummy in, squeeze those buttocks, stand tall, shoulders down. I see you, I see you, I see you. Okay, point and flex. That's good. And then side to side. I've been out for a walk in the park today. Lovely. Except my dog keeps jumping up and she bites my arm, so I've got all sorts of bruises. Nasty. She's a puppy though. Okay, so drop your shoulders down. Deep breath in here. As you breathe out, let's twist. Breathe in back to center and to the other side. Let's do 1 more to each side. Just twist your upper body, okay, not your pelvis. Let's come back and then we'll do the other side. So you've got to twist. Okay, back to center, lift one arm up and over and then press the other arm through. Now push this foot right into the floor. Let's do the other side. Lift your ribs and then push your arm through. Now push that foot right into the floor. Bend a little bit more. Let's do it 1 more time each side. So we're going to lift up, push the other arm through. If you want to, just push that hip out a bit more, just to increase that stretch. So if your back is very tight, that's a nice one to do. Let's do the other side. So you can just lift up and over, push your arm through. So this encourages you to bend a little bit more. That's the purpose. And if you want to, just push your hip out. Now don't twist back. Okay. And relax your arms down. Let's do a few squats. So you're going to bring your arms forward, drop down, and then squeeze. Okay, let's just do 4 of these. 3 more. And squeeze, and 2, and squeeze, and 1 more. Now I want you to take your legs wider, not massively wide, and we'll do another set of squats. So what we're doing here is you're warming up your glutes or your buttocks slightly differently to if you're doing your bog standard squat. Let's do 3 more. Press back and squeeze. 2 more. Press back, squeeze. 1 more. Now what I want you to do is bring your feet together and your legs together. Okay, so not like that. I can't do it. Sometimes I see people and they're like, they've got the horse in the middle or the motorbike, whatever it is. So squeeze your inner thighs, get your buttocks to work. Tight inner thighs will work these outer glutes. Let's do another 5 or 6 squats. So keep your inner thighs together. Now squeeze them. Okay, drop down. Now squeeze your inner thighs. 4 more. Squeeze. And 3. Let's get some tight inner thighs going. 2 more. 1 more. All right. Okay, well done. And then just lift alternate knee. So very basic, but as you lift your knee, you're just starting to work into here, into your lower back. Okay, let's do 4 more. And 3. And 2. Now, if you're if your balance is not very good, then lean against the wall for this. If your balance is okay, or you're kind of just a little bit challenged, try it without holding the wall. So I want you to lift one knee up and just pull that knee right into your chest. This is going to open up your back. Okay, keep it there. Hold it for 4 and 3. Bend the other knee if you want to. 2, 1, and release. Let's do the other side. You can do this in a chair. So if you've got a very tight back, it's lovely. Okay, keep pulling that knee right into your chest. Hold it. 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Okay, I'm going to do one more for balance. Okay, I want you to lift your knee up. Just take your foot onto the inside of your knee, and we're going to turn that leg out as much as we can. Try not to twist your pelvis. I think this is a bit of a yoga pose. They call it the tree or something. I don't know. Let's do the lamppost. Well, you know, if you take your arms above your head, actually, it makes it harder. Okay, let's do the other side. We want to challenge our balance just as much as our flexibility, strength. So you're going to bring that knee up, rest it on the inside of your knee. Now, without turning your hips, just turn that leg out. Can you feel the difference? I'm so tight on this side. I can feel it right in my buttock. Okay, if you're fine, you can take your arms out. Maybe you could do the tree or the lamppost. I'm not a yoga person. Stay with it. I can see you. I just can't do it. Well done. And then relax down. Okay, let's do some roll downs. Oh no, before we do that, actually, just swing your arms. Let's just make sure you're fully warmed up on your spine. So lift your opposite heel. Do you see how I'm turning and the opposite heel just picks up? Okay, let's do 4, 3 more, and 2, 1 more. Okay, and then just relax there. So now we'll do some roll downs. Let me just stick this in. If you're very tight on your back, you've got to keep your knees bent. Take your legs wide. Let's do an easy one to start with. So I'm going to take my arms up and back. Okay, I want to get my hair done. So you're going to lift, relax your hands down. Don't just bend at the waist. Okay, tuck your chin in, soften your knees. Just let them bounce slightly, and then we'll roll down. Okay, pull your tummy in. Let's roll back up. Drop your shoulders down, and we'll go again. Okay, one more like this. Okay, tuck your chin in, relax your arms. Let's roll down. And then we're going to roll back up. Okay, drop your shoulders down and lift. Now, if you're quite flexible, bring your feet parallel. We'll go into Pilates stance. So Pilates stance, you've got your heels together. There's not an ounce of daylight between your inner thighs. If you're a bit too, if that's too advanced, just have parallel. I'll do parallel with you. 2 more. Lift, relax your arms down, tuck your chin in. Okay, arms just hanging. And then we're going to roll back up, draw your tummy in. I'm going to do 1 in Pilates stance with you. Okay, so I've got my inner thighs together. Okay, feet turned out. Last time, relax your hands down. Squeeze your inner thighs. Let's roll down. Okay, and then we're going to roll back up. So I'm going to keep my inner thighs really tight. Drop your shoulders down and finish with an extension. Now, I've got a little flow for you. So we're going to roll down, okay, and we're going to go into a cat stretch. So I think what I'll do is I'll turn my mat diagonally, dear. Okay, there, because I'm trying to get into 2 cameras. Okay, so let's do a roll down again. We're going to lift up, we're going to roll down, and we're going to come onto all 4s. Okay, so just come down onto all 4s. I'm just going to have to adjust slightly. Now do a cat stretch. So round your back, lift your chest, really pull those shoulders down away from your ears. Now pull your chest up. You don't need your chin up particularly. I'm just looking. That's why I've got mine up. Round your spine again. 1 more cat stretch. Chest lift. Come back to a flat back. Now we're going to do Superman. So stretch one arm and the opposite leg away. Let's come back. Other side. 1 arm and the opposite leg. 1 more each side. Breathe out. Keep your back nice and flat. Whoop, last time. Okay, I want you to come into a down dog. So lift your knees off the floor, push your heels down towards the floor, press your chest towards your thighs. Now what I want you to do here is to walk forward into a press up. Okay, so for those of you who've got bad shoulders, I'm right out of camera, you can drop your knees if you need to. Let's do 2 press ups. Bring your elbows in towards you if you can. Okay, we're going to push back up. One more. Inhale, exhale. Now come all the way down to the floor. I'm going to have to move slightly. So you're all the way down to the floor. I'm going to finish with a cobra. So let's lift up. So a nice little flow we've got there. Release back down. We'll do the cobra one more time. Okay, so if it's too much for you, just take your hands further away. That's less intense for your back. Okay, let's come back. Sit back on your heels. Okay, so you're just going to push yourself back onto your heels. I'm just going to adjust slightly. And then let's roll back up. And we'll do that all over again. Okay, so I'm just going to roll all the way up. How was that? Not too bad. So that's your little flow. Let's come up. We're going to roll down. Remember? Into a cat stretch. So just come down onto all fours. Okay, I'm going to adjust slightly. You don't need to. Round your spine. Tuck your pelvis under. Lift your chest. Now pull your shoulders down away from your ears. One more. Round your spine. Lift your chest. Shoulders down. Into a flat back. Superman. So we're going to stretch one arm away and the opposite leg. Pull your tummy in. Okay, I'm kind of slightly restricted. You might be restricted as well with the furniture. So annoying. Let's stretch away. Let's come back. And again, stretch away. Okay, into the down dog. So lift your knees off the floor. Push your heels down. Press back. I want you to walk forward into the press up. Okay, so if you need to, just drop your knees. Make it easier for yourself. Okay, 2 press ups here. If you want to, keep your knees on the floor. So I'm going to drop down. Okay, one more. Okay, now we're going to come all the way down to the floor into the cobra. I'm going to just come back slightly so you can see me. Okay, cobra. Lift up. So this is fabulous. Just getting your back moving. Okay, release back down. One more. Let's lift up. Okay, now sit back on your heels. Okay, sit back on your heels. Stretch out. And then let's do it twice more through. Okay, so you're going to walk your hands back. I'm going to adjust slightly so I can stay in the camera. Okay, how are we doing? Lift up. Let's do the roll down again. So each time your back should feel just a little bit looser. Okay, bend your knees if you're quite tight. We come down onto all fours, remember? And we're going to do the cat stretch. Now, if you're very tight on your lower back, bring your hands closer to you. If you're tight on your upper back, take your hands away. Just adjust it. Round your spine. Chest lift. And again, round your spine. Lift your chest. Now we're going to go into Superman. So bring your hands back underneath your shoulders if you've moved them. This time, try it with your toes off the floor. Okay, so you've got to work your stomach that a little bit harder. Okay, with inhale back, I'm going to try and keep my toes off the floor, but obviously if your knees don't like that, then change it. It's kind of handy when you can catch your foot on the furniture. Get my drift. Whoops. I didn't that time, obviously. And again. Okay, into a down dog. So lift your knees off the floor. Let's push our heels down. Press your chest towards your thighs. Okay, we're going to walk down into a press up. Hands go wide. 2 press ups. Just drop it. So don't do this. Okay, don't do that. If you're feeling in your back, you've got to drop your knees onto the floor. So that was 2, wasn't it? Okay, let's come all the way down. Is that right? Is that what we're doing? I've lost it a bit there. All the way down into the cobra. Okay, there. So we're going to lift up. Okay, drop your shoulders down. And one more. So we're going to lift up. Chest is forward. Okay, sit back on your heels into child pose. Let's sit back. Okay, just take that nice stretch. If you can, push your bottom right onto your heels. If your knees don't like this, go back to a cat stretch. Okay, let's come back up again. And we'll do it one more time. Okay, we're going to lift up. Now roll down into cat stretch. So I'm going to do it this way this time. Okay, let's do it here. Okay, so round your back, tuck your pelvis under, chest lift, shoulders down. And again, round your spine. Chest lift, shoulders down, and remember we're going into a down dog now, so you lift your knees off the floor. This is fabulous for stretching into your calf and your hamstring, so really press back. Try and push your chest towards your thighs here, so really pushing. Walk your hands forward and we're going to come into a press up, so I'm going to have to just adjust slightly so I'm in camera, okay? Keep your knees on the floor if you want to. 2 press ups. Okay, so if you want to, keep your knees down into the cobra. So let's come down. Oh, I can see right under my sofa. Obviously it's terribly clean. Oh, God. Imagine I'm doing the cobra with my feet on the floor. The things you have to do to adjust. Okay, one more. I bet you're having to do some of this, aren't you? Don't have your feet up in the cobra. Ridiculous. Now sit back on your heels. How the hell am I going to do that? Okay. Oh. Sit back on your heels. Okay. So you've done your little flow, and now what I want to do is some stretching with you. So come onto your back, okay, and we want to just take one leg up to the sky. So just lift that leg, keep your head on the floor. Just going to get rid of my hairband. Okay, stretch that leg. Feel the stretch here. Now push your heel up. Really stretch into your calf. Keep that knee straight, okay? If it bends, just take it away till you can straighten it. Now, if you're quite flexible, see if you can reach your toes, head up or head down, entirely up to you on your ability. Okay, now place that ankle on your other knee and we'll pull both knees in. Okay, so you've got a really good stretch into your glute. Lovely. Let's do the other side. So we're going to start with a hamstring stretch. So just take your leg up, ease it in. How nice is that? Just on the back of your thigh. So if we've got tight hamstrings, that can be a real problem for your back. So if I see people doing this, you know, that means your pelvis is going to be pulled out because they attach right into your pelvis. Now go into a calf stretch. You don't need your head up. I'm just having a look at what you're doing. I see you. I see you. Yes, I do. Okay, now straighten that knee. If your knee's bent, this is the ideal time to film yourself. Okay, just put your camera up like I've got mine up, and then you can critique yourself. Place that ankle on your knee and then pull both knees in. I'm quite happy to do one-to-ones, you know. If you wanted to do 1 or 2 sessions and you feel that you want a bit more help, we can do it like this. Okay, you film yourself and then I critique you. Take both feet to the floor and then drop both knees to the same side. Take your arms and your head to the other side. Okay, relax everything. And then do the other side. So you're just going to roll your knees over, take your arms and your head to the opposite side. Lovely. Okay, now we did a standing stretch for your back. Do you remember when we pulled our knee in? So I want you to pull both knees in now and really hug them into your chest. If you can, and your neck is happy, lift your head, touch your nose on your knee, and then on the other knee. Can you get it on both knees? Let's come on to all fours. Okay, we'll do a cat stretch. Round your spine again. Lift your chest. One more. Round your spine. Chest lift. Okay, and then we're going to stand back up. So I'm just going to push myself onto my heels, roll back up, adjust your clothing, and I'm just going to switch off my camera.